Persona 3 Reload, the remake of the third mainline Persona game, is a title I was really looking forward to after I played and loved 4 and 5 before. And it definitely did not disappoint. You again play as a Japanese high schooler in his second year who recently moved to a new school. Upon arrival, you will be greeted by one of your fellow students, Yukari, who lives in the same dorm as you are going to. And luckily, unlike another game in the series, Persona 3 doesn't take a ridiculous amount of time to open up and let you explore. After a few cutscenes and a brief explanation of the 25th hour of the day, the so-called Dark Hour, where regular people turn into coffins and only Persona users and shadows roam the streets, you will already have your first fight and gain the ability to wield a Persona. The gameplay itself is divided into two main parts, the dungeon crawling and the social sim part. In the social sim part, you can take part in several side activities like playing video games in an arcade or eat at one of many restaurants in the city to boost your stats. Besides that, you also buy all types of equipment and items in the city and get access to the Velvet Room to fuse, register or summon personas. Or you can spend time with your teammates or people from around town to strengthen your social links, which gives you more background information and side stories for each character. And for your squad mates, you can do additional stuff at the dorm like watching a movie or cooking, which will give them new abilities in combat. The combat is probably the most important part of the dungeon crawling, where you, over the course of the year, try to reach the top of this game's dungeon, the Tartarus. You will fight with up to 4 party members, including yourself in turn-based battles. To overcome the challenges, you can use persona moves, items, or attack by yourself, and in addition to that, every move has a type, like fire or wind, and every party member or enemy has an individual set of weaknesses and resistances. And this, in addition to the huge enemy variety, the frequent boss fights, and the loot you can find on every floor, makes the dungeon crawling pretty versatile, even though 99% of the combat happens inside the same dungeon. Supported is all of this by an incredible soundtrack with one of my favorite battle themes of all time, It's Going Down Now, and an amazing art style with simple beautiful visuals. So to sum everything up, compared to the other modern Persona titles, Persona 3 Reload probably has the weakest dungeon design, but the general tone of the game and the awesome story that felt much darker than many RPGs I played before, in combination with an incredible artistic presentation and a versatile and challenging combat system, makes this game a must-play for JRPG fans, even though it takes around 80 hours to finish. If you watched until now, thank you for that. Maybe consider liking and subscribing if you don't want to miss any of my future videos, and I hope to see you next time.